వీరు ఇంటర్నేషనల్ లెవెల్‌లో చాలా రీసెర్చ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ చేశారు. బయోగ్యాస్ పైన వాళ్ళు చాలా ఎక్స్ట్రార్డినరీగా వాళ్ళ యొక్క రిజల్ట్స్ వర్క్ చేశారు. సో, వారు ఇప్పుడు ప్రెజెంట్ ఎర్త్ సెంటర్ డైరెక్టర్‌గా ఈ మధ్యలే ఎర్త్ సెంటర్ అంటే సీజీఆర్ కౌన్సిల్ ఫర్ గ్రీన్ రెవల్యూషన్ అనే ఒక సంస్థలో వారు వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు డైరెక్టర్‌గా. సో, యాస్ వెల్ యాస్ మళ్ళీ ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ డైరెక్టర్ అండ్ కౌన్సిల్ ఫర్ ఎర్త్ లీడర్‌షిప్ అండ్ సస్టైనబుల్ డెవలప్‌మెంట్ మీద వీరు ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్‌గా పనిచేస్తున్నారు. వీరు బేసికల్‌గా సైంటిస్ట్ వీరి యొక్క ప్రొఫెషన్. సో, వీరిప్పుడు సస్టైనబిలిటీ మీద ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్ మీరనుకున్నారు. అది మనం నల్లగొండలోనే ఫస్ట్ మీటింగ్ ఈరోజు. ఎర్త్ లీడర్స్ అనేది హెర్త్ లీడర్స్‌ని ఎలా చేయాలి? ఇన్‌స్టిట్యూషన్‌లో సస్టైనబిలిటీ మీద మనం ఎలా వర్క్ చేయాలి? తర్వాత సోషల్ ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్‌షిప్స్ కావచ్చు, రూరల్ కమ్యూనిటీలో మనం ఈ సస్టైనబిలిటీ పైన, రూరల్ ఎంగేజ్‌మెంట్ పైన వారికి మంచి అవగాహన ఉంది. వారు ఎర్త్ సెంటర్ నుంచి వారు వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి, వారు మనకు కొన్ని విషయాలు ఇప్పుడు ఈ సందర్భంగా చెప్తారు. ఇది చాలా ఇన్నోవేట్ కాన్సెప్ట్. స్టూడెంట్స్‌ని ఎర్త్ లీడర్స్ చేయడం అనేది ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్. సార్ క్లాస్ అయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ నేను ఒకసారి అవుట్‌లుక్ ఫినిష్ చేస్తాను. సార్ ఆడిబుల్ సార్ వాయిస్?
Yeah, audible sir, very clear.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Sir.
sir.
Sorry for delay, sir. Actually, time 12:30 your time, but
no, it's okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks to you and everyone who is participating today.
Thanks.
Shall I start my presentation?
Sir, please continue, sir.
Okay.
Sir, your voice is not.
My voice is not clear.
Now clear, sir, but improve your voice, sir.
Is it low or how it is? Is it not clear, sir?
Okay, sir. Audible.
Maybe on your side, please check, sir, internet connection or something. Srikanth, is it clear from your side?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. It is.
Okay. So shall I start, sir?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So good afternoon to everyone, sir, and those who are participating there at Mahatma Gandhi University today in this meeting. Sorry that I could not participate for some other event that today Council for Green Revolution is receiving Sakshi Excellence Award. So we need to be present there. That is one of the reasons. Otherwise, soon we would meet all of you, as you all are from in and around Nalgonda. So we'll be there, sir. Regarding this Earth Centers Alliance, as Dr. Navin sir has already mentioned about the basics of why there is a need and why we started. So I would try to explain how we all can be part of this Earth Centers Alliance and what is the purpose of getting associated like that, and what are the present and future challenges for which we need to prepare, especially the youth as earth leaders. So this is the main context, sir. So here we are looking at the vision and mission of this Earth Centers Alliance, how it could be, and this is evolving, and we can work together on this particular thing further. Although we have some objectives and the way forward things. So earth leaders, why we do require earth leaders? Because leadership is not limited to just one profession or a kind of section of people. Leadership is, it covers all the domains, and within which we need to look at people who would like to contribute for earth sustainability. We have the sustainable development goals given by United Nations, and to achieve those sustainable development goals for a better world. For this, that is one of the important issues. The sustainability, even beyond 2030 also, they will continue in different forms. And the younger generations who had been working since very long would be recognized in this whole process because many times except for giving some marks and saying that you passed in distinction or you got a gold medal, these are the kind of things that are very academic. But beyond that, the students who are contributing and who are committed, how do we recognize them for our sustainability? And people get inspired by the work of someone and feel elated, but they do need wait for someday to be recognized. So that is also happening many times. So for this group, we could always initiate the process of this identifying such people and encouraging them. And however small their initiatives might be for the earth, each and every action is equally important for the sustainability of the earth. Here we are recognizing every person as earth leader by default. But each person, how they would reset their goals, common goals for the earth sustainability, that is what we encourage them. And nobody is less, nobody is big. But given their potential, if they are excelling to the maximum in their respective areas of contribution, that's fine. As they progress with age and with experience, they might do bigger things. So even at this age, even though whatever they have done, that is also worth. So like that, we need to recognize their actions and activities. And especially those who are progressing well and those who are really contributing, they could always mentor those who are young and who need support. So this is how the mentorship would be a kind of a program in this Earth Centers Alliance. And there would be a sustained network created. This is very critical because each individual working in Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll continue. Sorry, there was a power failure and yeah. Now, can you see the screen?
No, sir.
No.
No, no.
Can you see? No.
No, sir.
Please check. I'm sharing again. Just a second. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yeah, thank you. So the standards for achieving a level would be based on self-evaluation and on the proof of achievements. So this is actually, it is not that if somebody declares their common goal for Earth sustainability, that somebody would record it, not like that. So it is their own commitment and their own board that they are giving. So in an activity, so that it is limited to their own this thing goals. So it is and we need earth leaders for the sustainability of the earth. Ultimately, that is what I said. And here, especially because our institutions, universities, colleges, they are working for especially youth. And there are dreams of youth, and each person having born on this earth, they need to complete their life. So it's a kind of completion by doing what they dream to, they want to do, their aspirations. So all this, how do we meet? And there are so many challenges as they grow. So currently, I think historically, since when the human beings evolved and existed on this earth, since then, it is the topmost, I mean to say, in a disastrous situation that we are all into. And we have all the problems and challenges currently, right from climate change, including the global warming, the recession, the biggest threat, the drought, floods. So even the political instabilities in several countries, even the food security that has become so fundamental for many countries now, facing a very big challenge. So young people have the energy, skills, and ideas to improve society and our environment today. Yes, they do have. And how we are catering in our regular curriculum and how we are able to look at them as a resource that I think we need to, that's why the national education policy gives various options of adopting multidisciplinary courses and all that, so that at least they could perform better I mean to say in their life, and they could choose a better livelihood. And diversification is the mantra now, because only with diversification we could sustain further. So this to improve society and environment, now they can play a bigger role. So education and employment are the top concerns of the youth. That is one area. But more than half of the world's current population is under the age of 27. So where are they in decision making? Where is their participation in global, I mean to say, including the political decisions that are being taken or the policies that are happening? So like that, many things they are there where we are not looking at. And 1.8 billion young people between ages of 10 and 24 today, they are there existing. So largest ever group of young people. Beyond this, there will be only old people, because population of young people will come down globally, because we are already reaching a peak of the population very soon by 2035 or 2040. That's all. After that, there won't be any increase in population, because given already the birth rate and other things, if we see, so there is going to be stagnation, and there will be some countries like old people countries, like Japan is an aging country, Italy is an aging country. That's why in Corona we could find more incidents of death in such countries. So we have so much youth. Then what do we do? Especially India, where highest youngest population is existing in India now today. But how do we help them to lead the world? How do we educate them in such a way that they can change the global challenges that are currently existing, and play a lead role for a peaceful and just society, creating and sustainable systems and all that. So India is expected to have 34.33 share. It is by 2020 it is said, but now even it will be similar. And India tops the list of countries with youth population with 356 million young people, as I said. So the world's largest youth population. So universities and institutions, these are the places where they exist, and from where they would come out. So the responsibility lies on us. How do we cater to their aspirations, needs, and all that? Here, future skills for future work. This is what the youth have called in Davos 2020. So now, so like artificial intelligence, robotics, even replacement of manual or human intervention in so many works. So there is a different world. Then again, how do you cater this younger population to adapt to those new demands? So they cannot afford a place of their own. So they are dependent in, they're staying in hostels or with parents also. Many youth, earlier the trend was like After a certain age, people even in developed countries, they were used to move out. Now, even after marriage, they are coming to parents only. So the life expectancy for under 50s has fallen actually. So this is a concern actually. And even mortality rates of working population, it has increased. So then around 621 million young people between the ages of 15 and 20 are not in education, employment and training. So this is also there. And youth unemployment rates 32, 34, 40% in different countries, they are existing. So here, especially skills like communication, then teamwork, critical thinking and flexibility have always been important for work and life. So how do we see in our traditional education, a student getting marks is the end of education. They say, I have completed studies and here is the proof of my, the certificate is the proof of my marks and my standard. It is not like you had taken a complete blood test report some time back. And even in the future, you would say that about 10 years back, you see my blood test report is like that. Knowledge is not it need not be retained. We are humans. It is not a memory system. So sometimes we always, what we learn, we always forget, and we tend to learn new things also. Some things we might retain through experience like that. So here I think the way the education system is, or the way our evaluation systems are existing traditionally, would not help a person to become resourceful. A resourceful person is always useful. Being useful means they need to update their knowledge, and especially in real life situations, it is the communications, teamwork, critical thinking. There are so many things that happen. So again, how do we bring this as part of education? See, if all youth are same, let us say, because there is no psychological or clinical analysis or DNA analysis telling that some students are above, some students are poor. But our education system, our testing methods, that is our exams, we qualify some as highly qualified, some are not qualified, some are failed candidate, some are poor candidate, like that we distinguish. So I think we need to think what is education actually. I'm here not to say because you all are coming from education field, but how do we equip and enable this younger generation for the future challenges? For that reason, I am sharing these thoughts, and also this national education policy gives lots of scope for bringing youth into different diverse things. Then youth as earth leaders, yes, why don't we consider them even in parliament or assembly or anywhere? Why we can't have the higher percentage of youth representing? So this then the decision making will be different. If you have very old people, their analysis and their understanding will be short term only, because any of them may not exist long term in the future. But when we consider youth, definitely they have a longer lifespan, and they understand their future better than the very old people. So I think here the percentage of youth in all areas, it should increase. And our life should be simple. So in energy crisis, it is said that you need not go for new energy sources or renewable energy sources. Even whatever you have, if you manage them well and if you conserve or use less, make your life simple, then definitely your footprint will be low and we can sustain our resources better. So like that, this kind of consciousness we have to develop in the youth. Then multi-skilled and multidisciplinary is very much required. So this is what I think now this national education policy gives lots of scope in this, and we could play a role. Being humble and human. See, ultimately humanness, that is what required. Humanness and leadership. These two are the two important things for any person. And this also we have to bring up. Being sensitive, that is was the highest form of making a person more human. We are said to be human beings, but not by default, unless we exist that humanness is existing within us, and it is comes out all the time. People respond differently in different situations, and we are also political in making our sensitivities felt. Then cultural and ethical values. So how this also will play an important role, because these are from traditions we get all these things. So into the future also, how to bring these values, that's very important. Then youth implementing 2030 agenda for sustainable development. So already not only youth, the children, youth, all stakeholders need to participate in this sustainable development goals, which we need to achieve by 2030. And this again, other aspects like nowadays we have more engineering college, more and less of arts and other humanities or other disciplines. The number of youth getting enrolled has come down. And recently, even in engineering college, computer science is dominating. The mechanical, electrical, like that, many various disciplines were there, but directly they are getting into computer sciences only. So this is also a very big limitation. We as humans, we are not machines. So to create only a kind of resource that would cater to those supporting those like artificial intelligence, big data, robotics, mechanizations, all these things. There is something else called humanness, and even in for our completion of life, the art, culture, traditions, all these things play. Even spirituality. Spirituality doesn't mean religion. It is the purpose of each individual and of their existence on this earth. That is one for all for one. That is what the spirituality means. So this consciousness also that should exist in every person, unless they think their own value, what value they are creating daily, and how their value system would change for a better world. So these things are required. So, and also other things like universal basic income and all these things are coming now slowly. Now we could see Raitu Bandhu scheme is one such Kasi UBA scheme where farmers are given upfront some money so that they can cultivate. So in the future, when educated youth are existing and if they don't have jobs and government cannot provide enough jobs, so then they might tend to give some, because a person even in jail deserves so much facilities. So why not a person who is educated and who is good citizen need to be supported by the government? So in that consciousness, they would support the youth. That becomes essential, because if you can't provide work, then we have to provide the basic necessities to exist. So this how, and again in our activities as this Art Centers Alliance and in our group, and how do we improve the knowledge of the youth on the present and future challenges? Many textbooks, when they are written, sometimes the knowledge in existing in textbook is outdated. But the current challenges like climate change is one big challenge which cannot be ignored, and every person has a role to play in this. So within these e-learning courses, how do we bring up? Like we have started UN e-learn online courses, and many students got enrolled and they are getting certificate directly from the UN. So these kind of courses are very successful. Not only that, from our bringing local experiences and local understanding of the climate change and drought, floods, like that, many other challenges are existing. Poverty, food security. So we can create our own courses and we can update the youth and prepare them for the present and future. And contributing through articles and Centers Alliance, we are planning like a magazine and including recording their videos of the youth, especially understanding their perspectives of development and how they want to be part of the development process, like that. So like that, we could create a platform. And skills. Yes, leadership without skills, leadership without knowledge, leadership without attitude, character, compassion, So all these things are required. So I think that's why we need to build all these kind of skills in the youth. Then we could provide some project activities to the youth. These are very essential. And these activities they could take up during their summer vacation or as part of their internship programs, or they could participate exclusively, like we are having now climate change conference of people. We are from 6th to 18th November, we are having this. So they could come and join. So when an international conference is happening, what is happening there and what we could do ourselves like that. So last year when we conducted so many young youth, they have joined this program and they participated. And we have provided a certificate also, or they could conduct in their respective areas activities. So even from the Earth Central Alliance, each college or institution or members, they are committed to do at least one activity during this period, so that they could make people sensitive about these climate change challenges and be aware. Similarly, on international days, we could choose and we could celebrate locally, or as a group we can celebrate together. So here, nature-centric development or nature-based solutions and minimalist and sharing, these are very, very critical in this present context, because even in climate change, we have adaptation and mitigation, let us say. So within adaptation, all these things are essential because we don't have enough resources and there is limited carrying capacity. So this we have to plan. And we do conduct some geospirit programs, so that is for Earth leadership, and based on thematic, like recently we said climate change and adaptation. Even for children also we could conduct successfully. And like women journalists from both the states, they have participated in another program, the role of media, like that. So the teachers have participated. So from all disciplines, they're participating in such programs. So this is very essential. And nature camps we are conducting and exposure visits we are conducting. So this we can conduct in your respective places also, and we can work together on this. And youth, if they are left without anything, there are very big challenges. Youth could be easily attracted to violence and different things. And that's why there is a need to engage them and enroll them. That is very critical. They will have very psychological issues also, because they cannot cope with the current challenges and the future challenges. Because the present scenario, whatever is happened, is because of our earlier generations and the generation till date. And for no reason, see, debt of the nation, we are telling the future generation should pay. In what way they are responsible? We have created so much debt, and now we are asking the people who are not even born to pay the debt. This is very illogical. So I think in this current situation, they cannot exist anymore. It's very difficult for them. So I think there will be lots of psychological issues related to their own life and security things. Family relationships, they can get affected. Compassion, this is very, very required. See, competition we teach in all universities. You have to compete, you should be the topper, like that. Always I say, if 5 children have gone for swimming, if only 3 children are coming out, and if you are putting garland on those 3 children, telling that, say, you could swim all the way and you are successful, you are great, and like that, if you are appreciating, what about those 2 children you drowned and who failed? So it is not that we are having 3 children coming out of that situation, but in compassion, everybody will be walking together and everybody is a champion. So in compassion, there is sharing and there is always one youth helping the other youth. So this attitude we have to develop. So it is not at the cost of others' failure we are success. Success means everybody is success, I am successful. So everybody around me is a leader, so I am a leader. Like that. So this consciousness we have to develop. Then youth engagement in rural areas, it is very limited. Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, already central government program is going with IIT Delhi as partner. So each university college, I'm sure you might have adopted some villages, but I think engaging with rural areas means getting them connected to the basic fundamental livelihood activities and nature, natural resources, the fundamentals of our own very existence. So like that, we can teach them a lot. So that's why then ultimately the earth leadership would evolve once we engage them in all these activities. So our Centers Alliance is like this kind of model where we have each institution will have at least 100 students who are interested in this Earth Leadership program, who want to participate in sustainable development goals. And we have NSS, NCC, various other programs. They are fine. They can be part of that group as well as they can be part of this group. That NCC brings up that civil defense mechanisms as well as nationalism and the skills like that. NSS brings other values, but Earth Leadership brings all the values which I am telling you. So, in spite of having such kind of other wings, we can always have this kind of youth committed for our sustainability coming together. So here, let us say we have a regional hub or around Nalgonda, about 30-40 colleges, universities are existing. And joining this, the center now is Mahatma Gandhi University, where Dr. Naveen Sir is leading. And so here, by joining this alliance, regional alliance, you will become the member of the Central Alliance at the state level. So we are looking this not as a state or a regional, but in the future, this will be like an international thing. We'll have more communication across globally, and we'll encourage the members here to become members of international organizations already, as we are mentoring them to get certificates from international organizations. So like that, this Central Alliance will grow bigger and bigger, and we have so many success stories to share. In the last, since Corona times, we have so many international conferences, events at national level. So many people have joined even through Zoom, and we have conducted online programs to even physical programs. So like that, we can participate. So this is outcomes is like environmental leadership or global leadership, or the leadership on sustainability would develop, and multidisciplinary learning would happen. Then youth contributing to environment, society, and sustainable development would happen. And here within our education system also, we would look at the methods of different methods of education. It is not just a classroom, such as sensitization. Sensitization goes beyond regular pedagogy. So this is unless we get them exposed to those like poverty, how do they understand? It is not reading in a book, let us say $1 per day below or poor people. If you ask a student to exist one day with $1, then you would definitely know. That is real sensitization. Or if you ask them to live one day in a slum area or in a poor village where with a poor household one day, then lifelong they will understand what is poverty and what is poor, especially people, and how they are coping, and their livelihoods and lives. So many things they can get it. So this is what even we can have a like parikrama going around to different places. Even as mentors, we all can together go and get exposed ourselves to a disaster. Let us say immediately after a flood, what is happening there, and how the people are coping, what is the relief measures happening, who is the first respondent, and how the civil society themselves are helping themselves. So all these things we can understand. So, and this nature-centric development, minimalist approach for a sustainable earth, this is what we have to encourage continuously. And this Earth Center Alliance, we have the coordination committee, and that is, we'll have a small secretariat supporting this thing. So where CELS is one organization, and from the respective zones, regional areas, like Dr. Naveen Sir is one person who is part of this coordination committee. And again, the regional committee members will be there. We are calling them as Earth leaders, mentors. So each one will have I think that at least minimum 10 organizations would join, or universities or colleges, they would join together in this one. And we'll have these dedicated students supporting this Earth Research Centers. Earth Research Center is basically an establishing a point within each college, or we are also calling Earth Centers. So where from that point we declare one tree as mother tree. This is physical, just for keeping that youth connected to the earth and the importance of earth, are celebrating the international days of importance like Water Day, Biodiversity Day, Forest Day. So there are so many things. So they could celebrate from this location. Then Earth Center, that is in the respective each individual university, institute, college, department, anywhere. So that will be initiated by the Earth Leaders mentors. And at least 100 Earth leaders from each of these institutions will be identified. So enrolled first, and we'll also have activities. So for even for Earth Leaders mentors, together we can have regional programs on our purpose, and we can evolve how do we go about this challenge. And also we could have special trainings for the youth and provide certificates, and we can also make them enroll in international organizations, or they can get the international certificates, and they could participate in international events also. So from classroom to global decision making, they can be part of it. So this is a rough outline of the Earth Centers Alliance. So there is a need to for refinement as we go ahead. I think based on our practical experiences and progress, the best models we can replicate, and then we can progressively develop more guidelines and systems in this. So like this, see, there is no hierarchy I told, but still what we say is a youth who has set one of his goal and is already working, then he will set his goals because resetting goals is very, very important. Goals are not confined in one's lifetime. After achieving one goal, they can always increase the goal standard, or they can have other diverse goals also based on the pressing challenges of the current and the future. So the Earth leaders can always aspire for bigger goals, and they can achieve, and they can attend more such our events, and progressively they can also do mentorship. So let us say Earth leader, a youth who attended 4-5 programs, will definitely he'll be in a position to lead, because he will understand our own way of functioning and how we are leading the youth, and everything they'll understand. They will support even our programs like that. So this is how it will be. So as they progress, because this is not binding, once they get the sense of this leadership, whatever profession they choose, wherever they are, definitely they will do better, and they'll be better global citizens. So that is what we require. We require Earth system governance. We don't want exploitative trades of one nation trading over the other nation. So all these things are very mean nowadays, because whatever, wherever you do, would have global impacts. That is understood. Then why we want to damage somewhere or exploit somewhere? So this Earth consciousness is very required. Even Earth leaders, mentors, they will have clear communication, and they would stand themselves, their life and their character as good example. And recognition, aspiration, integrity. This is very, very important. Integrity, very few people will understand. Honesty, many people will understand. But integrity is beyond honesty. Then stimulating work, vision, focus on team support. They'll have clear goals, and they do encouragement. So like that, there are many traits of a good leader, Earth leader. And these Earth leaders, mentors, they have to maintain their when anybody looks at them, even if they declare that I am a Earth leaders mentor, they should appear like that. No, I mean to say, by their work and their the communication and everything. So zones, we are planning. So Nalgonda, at least in this area now, this effort is going, and we are very happy now that this has been initiated here. and you would stand as an example to even whole state and even nationally, internationally, how it evolved and all that. Very happy for that initiative happening here. And this international, some days are given here. Anything based on your departments, based on your interest, even the Earth Leaders Mentors interest and the student interest, you could select. So this is just a list, tentative list. And yeah. Here you could have your own calendar of conferences, meetings, exhibitions, university calendar or college calendar or institution calendar. You share that. You can always publish your calendar so that it comes into the regional calendar, and once regional calendar is joined with our state level calendar, then together we can see today which event is happening. So others can also join. So there could be online events because cost wise also we can save a lot, and outreach will be bigger. So that will be easy to start with. Then physical events you can plan like that. So again, establishment of our center. So declaring each institute or college or a place one art center, if you declare, then that is, I said, physical. Don't limit it in the four walls of your premises. Just take out a place, even if it is 100 square yards. Also take that place. Even if you have one big tree or small tree, you declare as mother tree. Around that, try the local biodiversity. Have some flowering plants so that it will be vibrant. Put some water so that birds or other animals can have some water. So that any student who goes there definitely should get connected to the earth and the importance of the earth they should understand. And because there are only two mothers, one is mother, our own biological mother, another is mother earth. Because with these two only we are able to sustain and live on this earth. Because one nourishes 9 months only, but our earth nourishes your lifetime. So this way that consciousness should exist. Then this is what our Earth Leaders commitment is. And communications, yes, we could have a common newsletter and this through Zoom meetings also regularly we can interact and like that. So there is a lot, even our channel and other things will be useful. So Earth Leaders Alliance annual events we can plan, regional annual events and central annual and Earth Leaders program. Regularly we are conducting such programs already. So till now thousands of youth, children and many other stakeholders they got enrolled and they got benefited from this program. So in the future we can plan more such events. So this Earth Leaders channel is there. We have all the videos related to Earth leadership in this already. So this is also very important. Yeah, thank you very much for this for me to speak today with all of you. If there are any questions or anything, I can take. Otherwise, our Naveen sir, Dr. Naveen sir, he is well aware of these things. He would anyhow update you all. Especially coming down to our organization, Council for Green Revolution and Council for Earth Leadership and Sustainability. And we have another organization called Greens Alliance for Conservation of Eastern Ghats. So all the three organizations are focused on sustainable development goals and on environment, ecology, agriculture, rural development, disasters, climate change. So like that, we are focused and we are doing national, international events, and we are publishing literature. And within that, CELS means Council for Earth Leadership and Sustainability. This institution, where I am the executive director, my colleague Srikant is also here. So we are working exclusively on this program, our Centers Alliance. So in this, we will be the hub to start with, and we all are partners. Don't think somebody who is talking is the person who is leading. We are partners. We will work together and we will plan more. How do we go about? We are only playing a kind of facilitating role in this whole process. So let us see together how we will address the current and the global challenges. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Dr. Naveen, sir, if there is anything I need to add. Hello, if you are unable to speak,
Sir, thank you, sir.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm closing
Sir,
then.
sir,
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.